In beautiful Harrisonburg, Virginia, Bridgeport Stadium. It is week 8 of the EA Sports College football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the James Madison Dukes. Free Staters David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, the Dukes head coach told me some great information before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, and that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 10. Touchdown, James Madison. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
They'll move the tight end. Using his legs, it's Lewis. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They think there's room to run to the right here. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. Got room to work. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. To the ground with the back. Got a little grass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Second down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He's got it again. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking for room. It's Lewis. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Here comes the Duke's offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Off play action on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Takes a handoff. It's Lewis. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They're going to ride this running back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
The Mountaineers in the hurry up. On the move. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15, a first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Snags it, and there's running room. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
Now on first down from the 40. He'll take it himself. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars. And now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Dukes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Effective offense leading the way here in establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Webb. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Got it behind the line. It's Roberts. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? He's looking to pass. Flips it out to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen. But did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away. He's able to make a big-time stop.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. There he goes. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Dukes right after the huge play through the air back to the line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pulls it in with one hand.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The run inside. It's Lewis. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the Delaware Blue Hens. And it's the Owls who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This team is now red hot. 3 consecutive victories and one of the most convincing offensive showings we've seen in a long time. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Gashing the D on the right. And he's brought down, and he just about took it all the way. How about the timing on the pitch from this quarterback on the option? That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Now on the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. Quick spin on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Mountaineers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off the RPO, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a 2-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive.
Touchdown, Appalachian State! Somehow, they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the option, he'll toss it. Makes it past the marker. Could be an alley. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, James Madison. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
He'll bring it out. It's Webb. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, that play just took a lot of time to develop. The longer the quarterback held on to the football, the longer the time that strong safety had to just think, you know what, I know I'm supposed to be back here covering, but I'm going to go get myself involved. And he shows you his speed as he was able to close the gap.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, James Madison. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Second down as we open the final stanza. Running inside, it's Lewis. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Going to the running game. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Give to the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This offense typically really good in these physical situations, running the football, getting first downs. They got stopped on this play. Interesting decision coming up here on fourth.
And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on 4th and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal. Coming out with it, it's Webb. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Lewis. He breaks a tackle and runs through another guy. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play.